Did you know that before Nigeria even existed, it was a land of kingdoms, empires, and powerful cities? From the bustling markets of Kano in the north to the sacred palaces of Oyo in the southwest, from the river towns of the Ijaw to the spiritual heart of Nuri, each region, north, south, east, west, and the central belt, had kings, warriors, trade networks, and myths that still influence Nigeria today. We're exploring 13 incredible pre-colonial kingdoms across all 6 geopolitical zones, their people, their gods, and the secrets that shaped what would one day become Nigeria. Are you ready to step back in time? Before we dive in, welcome to Griot by KD, a place where the stories of our ancestors come alive, where courage, power, and legend meet the human heart. If hearing these tales moves you, sparks your curiosity, or inspires you, hit like, subscribe, and join the journey. And tell me, where are you watching from? I want to hear your voices and connect with you as we explore these stories together. Let's start in the southwest, where the Yoruba kingdoms ruled with power, wisdom, and legend, beginning with Oyo. Oyo was one of the most powerful Yoruba kingdoms, dating back to the 1400s. The king, called the Alafin, ruled with the help of 7 top chiefs known as the Oyo Mesi, who kept the ruler in check. Oyo was famous for its cavalry, soldiers on horseback who could move swiftly to protect trade routes. Its markets buzzed with gold, kola nuts, and colorful cloth. The kingdom's ways of governing and settling disputes influenced many Yoruba towns that followed. Did you know Oyo's horsemen were so formidable that some nearby kingdoms paid tribute instead of fighting? They even imported horses from the north to keep their cavalry strong. At the heart of Oyo's story is Shango, the Alafin who became the god of thunder. He is remembered for courage and power. He remains a symbol of Oyo's strength and spirit. Next up, Ife, often called the cradle of the Yoruba people. Here, kingship and culture truly took shape. Ife is famous for its incredible art, terracotta and bronze sculptures so lifelike that historians still marvel at them centuries later. The king, the Uni, was more than a political leader. He was a spiritual guide, connecting the people to the divine. The city was a hub for learning, religion, and culture, influencing surrounding Yoruba towns. Did you know some of Ife's bronze heads are over 700 years old? They reveal details of daily life, royal ceremonies, and artistic mastery from centuries past. At the heart of Ife's story is Oduduwa, said to have founded the Yoruba people and brought kingship to the city. Oduduwa remains central to Ife's identity and history. Now, let's drift down to the rivers of the south, where the Ijaw's waterways and Ifik's coastal trade made this region a hub of commerce, culture, and mystery. The Benin Kingdom, in what is now southern Nigeria, was famous for its art and powerful kings, called Obas. It grew strong through trade and skilled administration. Benin is especially known for its bronze plaques and sculptures, which adorned the palace and told the stories of the Oba and his court. Its military strength, organization, and artistry made it one of West Africa's most respected powers. Did you know some Benin bronzes are over 500 years old? They depict palace life, royal ceremonies, and ordinary people with astonishing detail. At the heart of Benin's story is Olokun, the spirit of the sea and wealth. Olokun was believed to protect the kingdom and bless its prosperity. Olokun remains a symbol of Benin's power and artistic brilliance. Next, we glide along the rivers and creeks of the Niger Delta, home to the Ijaw people in towns like Nembe, Boni, and Okrika. Their kingdoms thrived on fishing, trade, and control of river routes. Skilled in navigation, the Ijaw connected inland communities with coastal ports, and their towns were governed by chiefs who made decisions for the people. Did you know the Ijaw were among the first in the Niger Delta to trade palm oil, ivory, and other goods with European merchants? Their river mastery made them expert traders. At the heart of Ijaw culture are water spirits, often called the river Orisha. Believed to protect communities, guide fishermen, and bless trade, these spirits remain central to Ijaw identity and daily life. Now, let's journey to the Cross River in southeastern Nigeria, home to the Efik people. Centered in Calabar, the Efik Kingdom was famous for trade, diplomacy, and vibrant culture. The Obong, or king, ruled with a council of elders, while the Ekpe society, a secret society, helped maintain law, order, and tradition. Efik traders linked the interior to European merchants along the coast. Did you know the Ekpe society's symbols, called Nsibidi, were an early form of written communication for secret messages? Some are still studied today. At the heart of Efik beliefs is Abasi, the supreme god of creation, alongside river spirits that protect communities. They remain central to Efik culture and identity. Heading east, the Igbo kingdoms thrived with unique governance, spiritual centers, and bustling markets. Inri, Arochukwu, and Onitsha carried traditions that shaped life in the southeast. Inri was one of the oldest Igbo kingdoms, emerging around the 10th century. The king, called the Eze Inri, was both a political leader and a spiritual guide, performing rituals and leading according to customs and morality. Inri spread its influence peacefully, using diplomacy and ritual authority rather than conquest. Did you know Inri kings were not allowed to go to war? Their authority came from respect and ritual, and neighboring communities honored it without conflict. Ancestral spirits guided Inri kings and people in justice, morality, and community life. These spirits are central to Inri's identity and influence. Aruchukwu was known for its oracle, the Ebini Ukpabi, often called the Long Juju. The king, or Eze-Aro, ruled with elders, and the oracle played a key role in justice, diplomacy, and trade. Aruchukwu controlled major trade routes and spread Igbo culture and law to surrounding towns. Did you know people traveled from faraway towns to consult the oracle? Its decisions were respected even without armed force, making it a center of spiritual and political authority. The oracle itself is sacred, connected to the spirit, Ibini Ukpabi. It symbolizes Arachukwu's influence and the link between spiritual and political life. Onitsha, along the Niger River, was a major Igbo city-state famous for trade, especially palm oil and cloth. The Obi, or king, ruled with a council of elders. The city was known for vibrant markets, festivals, and learning centers, connecting different Igbo towns. Did you know Onitsha's river markets drew traders from faraway places? It became one of southeastern Nigeria's most important commercial centers before colonial times. Onitsha honors river spirits and ancestors who guide the community. These spiritual figures symbolize the city's trade, culture, and social cohesion. Up north, the Hausa city-state stood tall, famous for trade, learning, and legendary city walls that still echo with stories of kings and scholars. Kano, rising around the 10th century, was one of the oldest and most influential Hausa city-states. The emir, earlier the Sarkin Kano, ruled with a council of officials. Kano's markets thrived with cloth, leather, and salt, and the city became a hub of Islamic scholarship. Did you know Kano's city walls, some over 14 kilometers long, were built to protect the city from invaders? Sections of the walls and gates still stand as a reminder of its past power. The founding legend of Kano centers on Bayajidda, a hero said to have come from Baghdad, marry the local queen. and father the Hausa rulers. While the historicity is debated, his story is central to Hausa identity. Katsina, another Hausa city-state from the 14th century, was ruled by the Sarkin Katsina and a council of elders. Famous for trade in cloth, leather, and salt, Katsina was also a respected center of Islamic learning. Scholars from Katsina influenced religion, law, and education across West Africa. Did you know students traveled from faraway places to study the Quran, law, and science in Katsina? It became a hub of learning and knowledge. Katsina's traditions are linked to Bayajida, connecting it to the shared origin story of the Hausa states. He remains a key cultural figure. Moving into central Nigeria, the Middle Belt was home to kingdoms that bridged the north and south through trade, diplomacy, and culture. The Jukun built the Kwararafa kingdom, governed by rulers called Aku, who led a confederation of towns. Known for cavalry and warriors, Kwararafa protected trade routes and maintained influence across neighboring regions. Did you know Kwararafa was so respected that both the Oyo Empire and Hausa city-states acknowledged its power? Its military and diplomatic influence lasted centuries. Ancestral spirits guided Jukun kings and warriors. These spirits were central to Kwararafa's identity and unity. The Nupe lived along the Niger River, known for artisans, traders, and clever governance. The Etsu Nupe, their king, ruled with chiefs, balancing tradition and authority. Nupe craftsmen excelled in brass work, pottery, and weaving, with trade networks connecting them to other regions. Did you know Nupe artisans invented unique brass casting techniques still studied today? Their designs influence neighboring cultures. The Nupe honor river and earth spirits, protecting the people and guiding leaders, reflecting their connection to nature, craftsmanship, and tradition. The Tiv lived in the Benue Valley, organized into clans led by elders. Decisions were made collectively rather than by a single ruler. Tiv society is known for oral traditions, music, and art, influencing neighboring communities and keeping the region culturally connected. Did you know Tiv storytelling and songs taught history, morality, and laws? Oral tradition preserved their culture for generations. Ancestral spirits guide Tiv families and communities. These spirits shape Tiv morals, traditions, and social life. As we've traveled across Nigeria, we've seen how amazing and different each kingdom was. In the southwest, the Yoruba kingdoms of Oyo and Ife showed bravery, wisdom, and beautiful art. Down in the south, the Benin, Ijaw, and Ife kingdoms thrived on rivers, trade, and creativity. In the east, the Igbo kingdoms, Inri, Arachukwu, and Onitsha, taught us the power of rituals, community, and ancestral guidance. Up north, Kano and Katsina were centers of trade, learning, and strong city walls. And in central Nigeria, the Jukun, Nupe, and Tiv kingdoms connected the north and south, mixing military skill, crafts, and teamwork. Each kingdom had its own leaders, markets, warriors, and stories. But together, they show the rich history of Nigeria. Next time you think about Nigeria, remember these kingdoms and the people, gods, and traditions that shaped the land. Thanks for exploring with me. If you enjoyed this journey, like, comment, and subscribe for more stories from Africa's amazing past.